Like this video and then click the link at the top of the video description to enter our Xbox One and or PS4 plus $500 Amazon gift card giveaway. Subscribe, turn on those notifications, and enjoy the video. Wrestling can change you in many ways. It can put more money in your pocket, but it might also rip your leg off, which means you probably won't wear regular pocketed pants. The point I'm trying to make here is, well, I don't know the point I'm trying to make here. You click the video, you're waiting for my shitty intro to end. So I'm D Wicket, and these are the 10 WWE superstars you wouldn't recognize today. Number 10, Paul Burchill. Who the fuck is Paul Burchill?
This is great. Watch, check it out. Yo, look at this. I love it. Oh, look at that.
Oh, right. He was SmackDown's pirate. Harg. Yeah, and then he had that incest angle with his sister, right? What was her name? Katie Lee? Yeah.
Present to you the most brutal, vicious, the most beautiful man in the world, my big brother Paul. Wow. See, I
think he disguised himself on purpose. Number 9, Cherry. You remember Cherry, don't you? Deuce and Domino's valet who got dumped in favor of Maurice after a year of being loyal to them, and then she lost to the debuting Natalya multiple times, and she had a little feud with Vicky Guerrero at the same time, and then she was out of the company. See you, bye. Maybe it has something to do with her not wearing 50s clothes anymore, but she does look very different to me for some reason. Number 8, Shawn Michaels. So, right. Shut up, stop. You can recognize Shawn Michaels now. Obviously, you know who Shawn Michaels is. He's Shawn pissing Michaels. But if you'd only been a fan of him way back in the day, say like 1993, 95, 96, that era, when he looked like a rainbow threw up on his wardrobe and he always had some weird hat or scarf or sunglasses or all three at once, and then you look at his much more simplistic Shawn in jeans or his DX outfit, you probably wouldn't even realize it was him, especially because of that damn lazy eye. It's not helping him. Brian, continuing on the trend of someone you might not recognize if you were a fan of them in their younger years, one of the easiest ways to disguise yourself as a man is to just wait a while, as George Carlin would put it. The hair on your body will naturally start to grow out. Daniel Bryan took note of this as he, especially in his later years as a wrestler, really grew out his hair and his beard, as well as just looking like an older guy. I mean, from 2005, probably even earlier, but from around 2005 to 2010, Bryan looked like a child. He literally looked like a little kid wrestling. He was a damn good wrestler, but he looked like a little 5-year-old in the ring, messing around with his little lanky arms and his stupid, dumb kid face.
The haters!
Man, he's in great shape. Oh! Yeah, he absolutely is, and he should be. He will be better in The Rock at No Way Out, you know, soon.
But just 4 years after that, he looked completely different. And then a year after that, he looked completely different than he did a year before, and way different than he did 5 years prior. So, I mean, all he had to do was grow out the hair, and then after that, all he had to do was put the hair in a really stupid-looking bun or ponytail.
They're haters!
And he felt like a completely different looking person. Also, just a little side note, the name change from Bryan Danielson to Daniel Bryan, that helps with the disguise a fuck ton. Number 6, Christopher Jericho. Do you remember how ridiculous Chris Jericho used to look? Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's personal bias. Maybe it's subjective. But the long hair with the top ponytail and a stupid fucking chin beard, I hated it. It didn't work for me. And then he cut his hair, and it looked maybe even stranger. But I think at least the chin beard was gone, right? In like 2005, that weird era looking. Before finally he found his iconic Chris Jericho hair where it's parted up and it's kind of to the side a little bit, but it's mainly just gelled up in place. And he does a backflip moonsault and it still stays there. It's epic. And plus he also put on some weight, making him look like less of a cruiserweight vanilla midget nobody. Hint hint, Kevin Nash. All that being said though, he was always recognizable no matter what I just said because of that damn $15,000 jacket that he pulled out of Dean Ambrose's ass. Number 5, The Rock. What the fuck is The Rock wearing? The sexiest man alive of 2016, ladies and gentlemen, looking like a goddamn Navajo shark tooth specialist. Number 4, Kamala. Taking away the face paint from a person instantly changes their appearance, believe it or not. But Kamala, he also had that signature moon on his belly, so you have to account for that as well. When you think of a professional wrestler, you more than likely imagine a specimen with some legs. Yeah? Correct? Well, unfortunately, that's what puts James Harris on this list, as the former Wild Savage character lost both of his legs a few years back to, I believe it was diabetes. More than likely diabetes. I'm going to say it was diabetes. And while it's pretty hard to recognize a professional wrestler, a former professional wrestler, who suddenly no longer has legs. Their legs are gone. They're no longer there. It's a pro wrestler who can't move. That's just a given. It's kind of hard to recognize him.
This is the Ugandan giant Kamala. I know you're not used to seeing me in a hospital bed. A few bad things happened to me, but I'm blessed. I'm alive. You see, I'm thinking about you guys because for so long you all have been a part of my life, a part of my legacy. But you notice I had to have my leg amputated, but still, as James Brown say, I will get back on the good foot.
Number 3, The Undertaker. Okay, so for anyone who randomly got in and out of wrestling a few times, this must just have been a mindfuck, honestly. The Undertaker has changed his image. If you count every small little detail he's changed, probably over 20 times now. He was Mean Mark Callis, which had a few different little changes in there. Then he went through about 6 to 9 different incarnations of the Deadman-inspired attire. I'm talking about like really small, minute changes, but even those, they count as different attire changes. And then that included the weird vampire thing. That was weird. Then he turned into the American Badass, biker, big evil, whatever the hell. That had 2 variants. Then he came back as the newfound Deadman with short hair, which looked really and then he grew it out before shaving it, and then he also got a wig, but then he forgot about the wig, all in a span of like 13 years. What? Number 2, Joey Mercury. Can we please all appreciate how fucking weird Joey Mercury looked back in 2007? Now that we know what he looked like a decade later, he had those dreads, he had that facial hair, that jacket, those half abs that are kind of there with the Baron Corbin belly button and that weird necklace chain thing. He looks stupid.
Hater!
He then traded all of that for a bald head and a cute little blazer. Oh, J&J Security. Weren't they adorable? And number 1, the most unrecognizable superstar that if you saw them today, you wouldn't recognize that they were a WWE superstar. I'm going to let you guess. I'm going to give you 5 seconds. Who do you think it is? Of all the superstars, who could it possibly be? Who could you not imagine it possibly being? Spike Dudley. I would bet so much money that no one predicted this. No one saw Spike Dudley coming. Well, look at this picture. This is Spike Dudley back in his heyday, back in ECW, I think. His weird yellow hair, his slightly thickened glasses, and his camo gear, the Dudley camo, all short and unshaven. Well, look what he turned into. Look at this little guy. Look how cute he is. Our favorite little what the fuck ended up looking like a pretty normal human being after all. All he needed was what looks like a conservative makeover. He actually looks like he's running for office or like a position as mayor or something. I don't know if he is, but if he was, I wouldn't be surprised at all. In fact, look at him. I'd probably vote the little bastard in. He took a spot through, I think, 2 flaming tables right back in ECW from Powerbomb by Bubba. He deserves some governmental positioning, I believe. Can we all vote him in, even though we can't recognize him anymore? Because that's what this list is about. And those are the 10 WWE superstars you wouldn't recognize if you were in a room with them today and you were a fan of them at a very specific time in history. Look, it's a bit of a faulty list, alright? Get off my case. If you enjoyed what you did, like the video, share the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the video. That's not a thing, but do it anyways, and have a lovely day, everyone. Thank you all for watching.